My name is Tom Ivan. I'm the Senior Vice President of Six Flags Theme Parks. We've got a huge announcement today, and I'd kind of like to tell you the story of how it developed. When Six Flags set out to start its next generation of dark rides, we wanted something that was true to our DNA, which is thrills and innovation. We didn't want a flat, static background where you were drugged through some scenery in a coal car. We needed our guests to have the same kind of thrills that they experience on our roller coasters that have made Six Flags the greatest regional theme park company in the world. The ride had to provide the experience that would entertain our guests with a new experience each time they came to the park. We knew we had a huge advantage from the beginning. It was a no-brainer to team up with Warner Brothers and DC Comics to use one of the world's premier brands, the Justice League. No one has the superheroes and the villains like Justice League. Who wouldn't want to help legendary superheroes like Batman and Superman and the rest of the Justice League battle the iconic villains like Joker and Lex Luthor? I would like to thank Warner Brothers for their outstanding partnership. And I'd like to recognize Jess Prior, who's out in the audience today, from Warner Consumer Products. Thanks, Jess, for all the help. Along with this world-class IP, this ride had to combine the state-of-the-art animatronics, high-impact, motion-based conveyance system, cutting-edge computer-generated graphics, and interactive gameplay. Some years ago, we reached out to Sally Manufacturing, a trusted partner that we've used for decades with Six Flags. IAAPA Hall of Famer John Wood, the president of Sally Manufacturing, has a legacy of building high-impact dark rides, and we challenged him to create this prototype ride. He and his team, working with Six Flags designers, put together the Dream Team. They set about to combine storytelling and their animatronic skills to transport our guests to Metropolis, and they have exceeded our wildest expectations. Thank you, John. Sally brought in Oceaneering, another trusted name in the dark ride entertainment, to develop a one-of-a-kind, brand-new vehicle capable of the speed and the multi-degrees of freedom we need to deliver those sort of thrills to our guests. Next, John brought in Josh Wexler and the Pure Imagination team, the incredible animated filmmakers, and they use their skill to create our virtual world. In fact, Sally's used nothing but world-class partners, including Bose, Alterface with their game technology, Lexington Scenic, Technolux, and Real 3D. The ride incorporates 5 huge interactive 3D screens, special effects, and custom music. With over 600 targets, our guests will no longer simply be passengers. They will be active participants battling to save Metropolis. In 2015, our guests at Six Flags Over Texas and Six Flags St. Louis will be the first to enjoy the Justice League Battle for Metropolis. We're joined today by Steve Martindale from Six Flags Over Texas, the park president, and the park president of Six Flags St. Louis, Dave Raymer. We're also out in the audience. This is the culmination of years of work. Finally, we have the ride that combines the cutting edge of all these disciplines to create what is destined to be one of the great rides at Six Flags, Justice League Battle for Metropolis. Thank you. And I'd like to introduce IAAPA Hall of Fame member, John Wood. Thank you.
This is a great honor to be here today to show off some of the incredible technologies and entertainment components that we're going to have in this first of a kind for North America, interactive, motion-based, 4D Battle for Metropolis Justice League. Without any further ado, I'd like to unveil one of the most famous villains in the world, Joker.
Hey, what? Well, that was unexpected. How about we celebrate with some laughing gas? You and your little team of dimwits are no match for what we have planned. Now that half of the Justice League is out of our hair, we're having a wild wild time taking over Metropolis. We just can't wait for these volunteers, to come out here and join the party. It will be a real blast.
Joker is obviously off his rocker. You know better than to trust that guy. These recruits aren't going to be frightened by your delusional power play. They're here to help the Justice League defeat you, and nothing will stop us.
How about an encore? I think we need to do that again. There was
Hey, what? Well, that was unexpected. How about we celebrate with some laughing gas? You and your little team of dimwits are no match for what we have planned. Now that half of the Justice League is out of our hair, we're having a wild time taking over Metropolis. We just can't wait for these volunteers, to come out here and join the party. It will be a real blast.
Joker is obviously off his rocker. You know better than to trust that guy. These recruits aren't going to be frightened by your delusional power play. They're here to help the Justice League defeat you, and nothing will stop us.
Isn't that incredible? Joker and Cyborg will be in person in Dallas, Texas, and St. Louis, Missouri, coming this spring. I would be remiss if I didn't thank our great team of not only vendors, but the guy that created this show, wrote the show, and has been designing every aspect of it, our senior designer, Rich Hill. The second part of this press conference will be held at Oceaneering's booth number 1362. We'll go down 2 blocks and down three aisles this way, and you'll see the brand new vehicle that we've just designed and built exclusively for the Six Flags Justice League Battle for Metropolis 4D Dark Ride.
Six Flags has had dark rides for its entire existence, starting with the Spelunker's Cave at Six Flags over Texas over 50 years ago. But over that time, the dark ride experience has transformed. Today, a Six Flags guest expects more than a coal car being drugged through some scenery. There was a huge challenge when we sat down with Sally Manufacturing and John Wood to talk about the next generation of dark rides. The key thing is the conveyance. How are we moving people through this ride? The conveyance had to have several qualities. It had to be rugged. It had to withstand the pressures of being at a theme park for year after year after year with millions of guests. Importantly, it had to be capable of all the degrees of freedom that our storytellers need to immerse our guests in the world of the Justice League. It had to be capable of delivering the world-class thrills that people have come to expect from Six Flags. After some searching, it became clear there was only one company that could deliver the type of vehicle that the Justice League Battle for Metropolis required. Well, that worked well. Oceaneering is that company. They are a proven leader in the dark ride industry. They provided the vehicles for many of the rides that we know and love. What you're about to see today is a brand new vehicle that has never been in a ride before. And I'd like to introduce Dave Mock to tell us about the details. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you for the nice introduction. It's really a pleasure and an honor to be here today and to be part of this team. This has been a very exciting project to be part of. As was mentioned over by John Wood at the Sally booth, it's a very great team of experts that we're proud to be part of. And we're very excited to be here today. So what I'm not going to tell you is how this thing exactly works, but instead we can tell you that, that this vehicle is going to be very exciting to ride through this very exciting story of Justice League, and we're very proud to unveil this for you guys today. So thank you.
I think it's time to take off the wraps. Continuous yaw. For those of you in the dark ride market, you recognize that this is some vehicles have to wind and unwind. This one is continuous. See here some of the motions that the motion base is capable of providing. Pitch and roll. The programming of the vehicle is such that it can work well in a 3D environment. An immersive environment like that, it's very important to have synchronicity between the media, the cause and effect, and the vehicle motion itself. This vehicle is capable of running in an environment like that. As you can see here, it's interactive with the guns mounted on the dash, which adds another level of complexity to the vehicle's control system, scoring, and so forth. Hand the mic back to John of Sally, and thank you guys for coming to visit us here at Oceaneering. Thanks everyone for being here. There are press releases back at the Sally booth that we have for those of you that didn't get them beforehand. Hopefully all of you got the Joker card and the invitation by the man himself. We're truly excited about taking dark rides to the next level at Six Flags. Thank you all for coming.
John.